Hi! Welcome to Mad, apparently out of the kitchen. Look where we are. We're on a lake. I'm calling this episode Steak on a Lake, and I think you're gonna love it. Today on Mad in the Kitchen, or Mad Out of the Kitchen, we are gonna be making this beautiful ribeye bone-in piece of meat porn into a grilled steak with a chimichurri sauce made with fresh herbs, a little bit of corn on the cob, grilled with butter, lime, and paprika. Let's get going. So we are going to use fresh oregano, cilantro, and Italian flat leaf parsley. What a good combination. Yum. And we've got olive oil, 1 onion, 4 cloves of garlic, splash of balsamic reduction, a little salt, a little pepper, and then it's going to go right into the baby Cuisinart. What a cute little baby Cuisinart. For the corn on the cob, it's a very simple preparation. We're gonna do it right on the fire. We're gonna slather in butter, squeeze on some lime, sprinkle it with paprika, and finish it off with a little salt. Hey internet, in case you noticed or not, today I'm wearing a short sleeve chef coat because we're at the lake. It's the look that all chefs wear for summer. Now into our mix of herbs, we are gonna put 1 onion. I just chopped it coarsely because it's going into the food processor. 4 cloves of garlic. Let's say 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'm a little generous with olive oil. People have told me that. I'm gonna put a small splash of the balsamic reduction, but you can use regular balsamic vinegar. And now a healthy dose of salt and a healthy dose of pepper. But we're gonna put more on the steak itself, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Now we're gonna put on the cover. All right, beautiful. Now it's time to slather, and I really think that's the right verb. If I can get my, my little Cuisinart has seen better days, but I really love it. So now I'm going over to my steak. I'm gonna take my knife and I'm going to score it. I'm gonna just cut a couple of, like 5 or 6, just so that the chimichurri sauce can get inside the meat and give it a lot of flavor. And put a little more salt, a little more pepper. On to the steak we go. Now, what I usually do, I'm not gonna do it today because I don't really have time, but what I normally do is I marinate the meat for a little bit in the chimichurri sauce, but for now I'm just gonna rub it all over and cook it because we're losing light and we don't want the lawn mowing to stop, so to ruin the continuity of our video. So I'm just gonna rub that on there. I'm gonna do a little salt and pepper. I don't think I've ever cooked on top of a surfboard before, but that's what I'm doing right now. I'm cooking on a surfboard. How awesome is that? That's like a new experience for me. All right, I am gonna take my barbecue tongs. They're the professional versions. And we're gonna go over here to our fire. All right, little steak, here you go. I'm gonna just pop that on, and I'm gonna set a timer for 2 minutes. I'm gonna start with 2 minutes aside. Like on a lake. All right, I'm gonna go over here. Oh my God. This thing is gonna cook really fast. I think I'm gonna get my thermometer. All right, so now I'm gonna take its temperature. We want it to be at 140 degrees Fahrenheit to be rare, which is what you want. Well, our thermometer is not moving, and I don't wanna mess up my steak. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna cut it. I'm just gonna make a little slice, like somewhere in the middle. And I would say it's absolutely raw. Having a little white wine here at on the lake. The alligator, a pony, and the flamingo are drifting by. It's really pretty perfect evening. So while the steak is cooking, we're gonna get our corn ready. I love this way of doing corn. I am just gonna take, what is that, like 2 teaspoons of butter, and I'm gonna rub it all over the corn. I'm going to add some salt, 1 wedge of lemon. I'm gonna squeeze it on. I'm leaving these chunks of butter because once they get on the fire, they will melt and be amazing. A little tiny bit of this beautiful burlap and barrel smoked pimento paprika. Yes, the best paprika you'll ever have. Go to burlapandbarrel.com and buy some. Here we go, a little paprika. Whoops, a lot of paprika. A little more paprika than we wanted. Oh well, maybe I shouldn't drink wine while I do my cooking videos, but we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna take it over to the fire. Here you go, corn. Come say hello to your friend Steak. That's steak on the lake. Okay, now I'm getting a little nervous because the outside of it looks like a charcoal briquette. So let's see what's going on inside of the steak. Oh, that is absolutely perfect. It's very rare, but I'm gonna take it off because it's scaring me. And I'm just gonna let it sit. I'm gonna let it rest, as they say. It's had a long day of cooking on the wood, on the flames at the lake. I'm gonna let it sit, and then we're gonna slice it. Let's cut this baby up. Oh my God, this thing is amazing. I'm not going on the bias, I'm just going straight up and down, just because the steak is so massive that I feel like that's the best approach to cutting it. Wow. Very, very beautiful. I think it's almost perfect. People get almost a religious zealotry when it comes to the doneness of their steaks. And I would say for me personally, this looks just about perfect. You've got a little red, mostly pink, and then some nice char cooking. I'm gonna lay it out. Hey, go back to Canada. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna spoon the chimichurri all over. Oh my goodness, this looks steak on a lake. I bet it's gonna taste delicious. Just because, you know, the setting and all. There's nothing like being outside and eating. It's steak on a lake. Get it? That is such a beautiful thing. So I'm gonna put it on a plate. It's time to take a bite. I'm gonna squeeze a little lime on my corn. I have a fork. I'm gonna get my steak knife. I'm gonna slice it, dip it in a little chimichurri, and wow. Cooking it on a wood fire makes such a difference. That is really delicious. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching, for joining us on our steak on a lake adventure. I'll see you next time at Mad in the Kitchen. Oh, don't forget to like on YouTube and subscribe to my channel and make the food and send me pictures. Makes me happy. See you next time. Wow. That is really, really, really special. Wait, where's the lawnmower? I heard a lawnmower. Makes me feel really alone. Go back to Canada. If you guys aren't letting us in, we don't want you here.